It's a story of the slow, methodical destruction of cultures, of entire ways of life systematically erased from existence. A machine of empire so perfect, so relentless, that it didn't just conquer vast lands, it absorbed them, it consumed them. And the most chilling part? It wasn't just about land, gold, or power. No, it was about identity, about breaking the very soul of people, eradicating everything that made them who they were. At the heart of this machine was an unspoken truth. The Romans understood something fundamental that most other conquerors didn't. They understood that the body could be defeated, but the mind, the culture, the identity, that is where the real war was fought, and it was here that they succeeded. This is a story about the Romans, not the ones we read about in textbooks, but the ones who perfected the art of cultural annihilation. And when I tell you this, when you realize what they did, you won't look at history the same way again. If you believe that the most terrifying truths of history must never be forgotten, consider liking this video and subscribing. Your support ensures that the forgotten chapters of our past are remembered. Now, let's turn the page on one of the darkest periods of civilization. Let me start by asking you a question. How did a small city-state on the banks of the Tiber River, Rome, expand into an empire that spanned 3 continents? How did they conquer lands stretching from the misty hills of Britannia to the burning sands of North Africa, from the Greek islands to the far reaches of Persia? The answer isn't what you think. It wasn't about superior tactics, nor better weaponry, nor sheer military might. No, the Romans conquered through something far more insidious. They conquered through assimilation, through absorption, through the obliteration of all that was other. They didn't just conquer, they replaced. But here's the chilling part. The Romans didn't simply adopt this strategy by chance. They perfected it over centuries. Like any machine, it was engineered, refined, fine-tuned. Every battle, every city, every colony, a test to see how much of a culture could be swallowed whole, how many traditions could be made to vanish, how quickly the people could be made to forget who they were. Take Gaul, for example. In 52 BCE, Julius Caesar faced a united Gallic resistance led by Vercingetorix. The battle was fierce, but what most forget is what happened afterward. It wasn't just about conquering territory, it was about erasing a culture. When Caesar defeated the Gauls, the Romans did not simply slaughter them. No, they wiped the slate clean. Entire villages were razed, the people were scattered. Those who survived were forced to adopt Roman customs, Roman speech, Roman gods. The Gallic language was drowned beneath Latin, the gods of the forest, of the rivers, of the sun, forgotten. And the ones who resisted, well, they weren't just executed, their very existence was erased. Libraries burned, priests murdered. The last remnants of Gaulish culture suffocated under the weight of Roman law and Roman rule. What's even darker is this. The Romans understood that you couldn't just conquer a land. You had to make the people want to join the empire, but not in any way they could choose. No, you made them part of the empire by forcing them to become Roman, through systematic cultural genocide. Not with fire and sword, but through assimilation, through making them speak your language, worship your gods, follow your laws. You turned their children into Romans, their women into Roman wives, their cities into Roman outposts. Consider the city of Carthage. It had stood for centuries, an ancient rival of Rome, and when Rome finally destroyed it in 146 BCE, it wasn't just a city that fell, it was a culture. The Romans leveled the city, burned the temples, and salted the earth so nothing would ever grow there again. Carthaginian identity was crushed beneath the weight of Roman boots. But the real horror wasn't in the flames.